I am a cyborg, and in this video I will review this device. Anyways, in this video I'm going to be reviewing this little thing. It's called Vufine, and it's a wearable display. This thing is basically, it's like a little tiny LCD. It's hidden inside of this thing, and you put it up here to your head. You can mount it. Let's see, if you're wearing glasses, you can attach it to your glasses. If you're not wearing glasses, you'll get a set of glasses with just clear see-through plastic that you can use this to kind of to mount it on. Now, what is this for? I got this for me specifically for my Sony a6500. I wanted to see how this is gonna work, because the Sony a6500, just like the Sony a6300, they're horrible when shooting outside and you know trying to basically see what you're actually filming by looking at that horrible LCD display that they have. So you definitely need something, a better monitor, or I figured I would try this. This was actually came to my attention after somebody on my YouTube video suggested that I try this out. So I contacted the company. They sent this to me, did not pay me to talk about this. Literally, I just asked them, hey, can I try it out? And so I've been using it the last about 3 weeks, and so far what I got to say is that overall it's a nice display. It's kind of hard for me to show you guys because you really just have to put it to your eye and you actually got to try it out. But it's a very nice, clear, sharp display, even though I believe the company itself says it's not really meant to be used for getting critical focusing. For me, it actually worked. I was able to focus and get shots, nice and sharp. It's not a big display. It's kind of like when you put it up here to your eye, it almost looks as if you had like your cell phone, let's say, like a 5-inch display, kind of like about a foot away from your face. So it's a decent sized display. It's not huge. But for me, like I said, I found that it was just large enough to be able to get the shots well composed, and also to actually be able to nail the focus. So that's what's kind of cool about it. Also, it works really great, and that's again one of the main reasons why I got it. When you're using this in conjunction with a gimbal, so a6500, the camera, just like the a6300, they're great, on a little gimbal because they have amazing autofocus. So put those little cameras on a small handheld gimbal, and then you can kind of run around and get the shots. The only thing is that then the problem is, like I said, especially when you're outside running with that gimbal, you're never going to be able to like go right behind the camera and kind of see what you're framing. So with this little thing, it's basically that problem is solved. What they give you is they give you this pair of glasses, like I said. You can mount it to that, and they have this little kind of magnetic mount up here that you put. You can attach the cable like through that, or you can attach it directly to this. They actually will provide you also with a HDMI cable, and you just plug it into here. This end is a micro HDMI, and then you basically, it has a little magnet here, so you just attach it like this to the magnet, put it on, and there you have it. You look like a cyborg. Kind of cool, because this way you're able to run around with the gimbal, but you're seeing with one eye kind of what your camera sees, but with the other eye you're actually seeing, you're aware of everything around you, and that's what's really cool about it. So it worked great for that. Now I also tried it with my GoPro, for example, camera, which I know that they're also advertising this for like action cams, and again the image quality is great, all that stuff. I just found, for me at least, that with the GoPro that this thing didn't work all the well. I mean, it worked, but it just didn't work when in like real extreme situations where I was running around, or for example running or biking, because when you start really kind of doing something that's, let's say, something actiony, like something very sporty, like you would usually use the sports cameras for, then the display itself is great, but the mount itself here, the magnetic mount, I found that it's this one's actually decent, but they have this other mount that allows you to kind of articulate and kind of adjust the angles, and that one I found that it's too loose, at least the one that I got. So maybe it was a faulty unit, but it was a little bit loose, so after shaking my head too much, it would just kind of reposition and change basically the angle. And one thing you do want to be aware of with this thing is, you kind of, in order to see the whole image, the whole screen, you kind of have to have it like right there kind of a perfect position in front of your eye. Because if you don't have it, if you have it a little bit off to the side or things like that, then you're kind of, it's almost like you feel like you're looking through like a hole opening. So if you're there in the center, you see everything, you know, perfectly. But if it's a little bit off to the side, it's gonna block part of your image. So, but other than that, great image quality. If they were to do another, I would say, update in the future, it would be great if they can make the image look even bigger. Like when you're looking through it, it kind of feels, like I said, you're kind of focusing your eye not like right here, but somewhere here, and you're seeing this image. But like I said, it looks like a 4 or 5 inch display. If they can make it a little bit bigger, then it'll be even better, because then you can use it for really, you know, use it for critical focus. So that would be one thing, and maybe a longer battery, because this one, the battery that comes with it will last you around 90 minutes. Takes about 90 minutes to charge it. It has an internal battery, and you use micro USB connection and the cable that they provide to charge this. So like I said, 90 minutes, it could go by quickly. So now, you know, for me, for example, what I end up doing is while I was on location, since I already had a cable sticking out of this thing to my camera, I just attached another micro USB cable, and I had a portable battery, like a USB battery bank, and then it was fine. Then it worked no problem for me for a long time. Also, another thing, actually, even if you don't want to use that, the 90 minutes will last you a decent amount of time if you remember to turn off your camera. Because what's kind of cool about it is, I mean, it doesn't really have any controls. It just literally, you have one button here to turn it on and off. And when you turn it on and it detects an HDMI signal coming in, then the image is going to appear. Once the signal cuts out, so let's say if you turn off your camera or disconnect the HDMI, after a few seconds it's going to cut off. So it's going to basically save the battery for you. So that's in a way a nice little function. By the way, to get the signal to here, it will pretty much accept any HDMI signal as long as it's 720p. And since most cameras or devices that output 1080p HDMI signal will also automatically down convert it to 720p if they detect that it's a 720p display, then again, it pretty much means it's going to work with any HDMI signal. They provide a head mount that you attach to your hat too, which again works, but I just found the mount itself maybe was sturdy, but then my hat sometimes, like, it tends to move a little bit, and so then again, this thing was, you know, like I said, you kind of want to have it in a perfect position, and you don't want it moving, because if you move it just a little bit left to right, then that's where it's going to be hard for you to see it. Now, to position it itself, though, it's pretty good. You can adjust here the kind of the width of it. You can move it left and right, so you can really get it kind of perfectly in front of your eye. And what I do actually like is the fact that even though it's kind of blocking your right eye, you're still seeing everything with your peripheral vision, and plus you're seeing everything with your left eye, which, by the way, this thing will only work on your right eye. So, you know, if you wanted it to kind of flip it and use it on this side, your image will be upside down. So basically, yeah, you have to use it on the right side. So anyways, it's a cool little device. If you guys are looking to get, let's say, a display, or, you know, basically a monitor or whatever, like a EVF, you can call this, that's attaches to your head, that leaves you kind of hands-free, which will be, like I said, perfect for gimbal operation. Or even when I tried this with my DJI Phantom 4, it's great because you're flying the drone and you can, you know, fully kind of see everything that your drone sees, just by having it up here, but you have your hands free. For those situations, then I can recommend this if you can, if you're not going to be basically moving your head a lot, or like really doing a lot of actiony stuff. So anyways, if you guys want to, you know, find out where you can get this, just check the links in the description of this video. And as always, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, share the video, and don't forget to check out my website, which is tomantosfilms.com. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.